all 5 players going to be playing that contact B strategy. But look at FURIA. They've got 4 players over on this side of the map as well, one of which is KSCERATO, one of the main men that we were talking before. He is going to find himself a USP frag onto Dima just beforehand. VINI went ham as well. And it's looking like this blockade has been set up perfectly from FURIA. And they're only going to take 1 casualty in the end, it would seem. No, maybe 2. As Yuri has out with Sotfik going elsewhere. He's going towards underpass.
There's a real chance here, though. ableJ is going to have a tough job underneath the balcony. There's the first. He's got a teammate to help him out at range, and that's what gives him the time to adjust and get a new...
Plenty of nades to boot. Early Molotov toss down from FURIA, allowing Yuri to go for the peak, and somedieyoung will be absolutely destroyed right off the bat. There are flashes, though, and Yuri, close range, going to use that smoke to his advantage. Bomb's also been dropped in a horrible spot, and Spirit are looking completely dejected. It's on DavCost, 1 on tools, well, 3 in total. Going to be a couple of nades tossed up mid, but Spirit aren't quite that far ahead just yet. Does allow FURIA to get these orgs in play. ableJ.
I think the defense was expecting some kind of a mid-control to come out. They had 2 players on catwalk, and now 1 player blocked off by smoke. Art's in a really tough position.
Especially with all these Molotovs and smokes. There is no smoke on the stairs, though. That could be an issue going forward. Keeping Spirit in 2 minds is whether they should push or not. Now they're finally going to go in, and Dima with the opening pick is going to afford them a bomb plant. The best chance Spirit have had to get on the scoreboard. A 4-on-5 retake. Plenty of grenades, though, on the belts of FURIA. Decent spray from Able will take Dima off the table. The early aggressor is dead and buried, and it's down to Coldy. It very well may come down to his positioning right now. The bomb is planted for him if they need him. Sotfik's also been found from ableJ's org, but Coldy's been dispatched off, and this retake is now looking all so good.
Holy hell, this was perfect from FURIA. I mean, great read from Yuri. Realize they don't have any options to fall back now.
KSCERATO jumping, looking for information, and he's found it. 30 seconds to go. The flashbang on point, but so is Art's AWP. Sotfik has been put down, and now it's gone from bad to worse. 23 seconds. The bomb under control, finally picked up by Coldy, who has to make a move outside the apps. Could try planting default, but he's going to fake it instead. Oh, but VINI still lands the headshot of his own. The bomb's gone drop once again, and Dima...
Top mid. They're going to have to change that up, though. Oh, nice kill. DavCost, that's the AWP down, and now the B bomb site has plenty of players to defend it.
And they know it has to be B at this stage. They've got so much MAC presence. They're stuck in apps. So what's happening? They get almost tripping over each other at this stage, with Molotovs burning them to a crisp. Dima's down to 4, purely off grenades. And KSCERATO is going ham, nearly picks up a 3rd, does 88 damage to Coldy. 1 bullet away from death, but to be fair to Spirit, they are holding on for dear life. They've somehow whittled this down to a 2-on-2. Again, time is scarce, and they also have Able making a move through the B apps. He's found 1. Bomb drops have been so kind to us, haven't they?
Yeah, and it's been a wild ride so far in this major. KSCERATO, again, under a lot of pressure. Ooh, needed that one, but he's alone in the B bomb site, having to manage between catwalk and the halls with limited positions to be in. This is the best chance Spirit has had to get on the board.
Yeah, when you consider the weaponry and the fact they've still got 2 HEs, but of course in this 3-on-3, Art is going to break the deadlock. Looking to make moves and inroads outside of Kitchen. ableJ's with him, and meanwhile Yuri is making his presence felt momentarily on the catwalk short side. That Sotfik is about to become outmaneuvered. It's ableJ that actually gets him. I was thinking it was probably going to be Yuri that would be called into action to take him out. DavCost did leg him on the approach, and now he's going to run straight through. The smoke does get the knife kill, and is somehow still alive, taking damage from his right-hand side. Finally gets finished off, and there is a kit there. Is it going to be enough time? No.
But VINI, he knows exactly what's coming, and that's got to be crushing if you're Spirit.
Yeah, it was all positioning to try and get the window boost in effect, and it instantly gets denied, as will Sotfik and DavCost. VINI's on a tear. 3 kills already in the round. Not going to get...
Yeah, this 92% win rate that they have on this map is starting to look a little bit like a head-scratcher.
Well, here we go again. Another A play from Spirit. Not really an execute, just the 1 smoke to try and shield a potential bomb plant. That spray control is on point from ableJ. Not really a position that's going to see action, because Spirit are on their way into B apps again. Not for the first time. We've seen them do this quite a few prior rounds, and it's never worked out for them. KSCERATO, close range, gonna get the double spray. Bomb's gone dropped as well. And that's the round done. There's nothing that can... KSCERATO about to get pushed, needs the help of VINI right here, right now, but he's going to focus on his position. Dima with the drive-by, now VINI can start to tap at range with the AUG. Nade not going to claim the kill fast enough to stop the bomb plant, but everything else is going the way of FURIA. Sophic with a Glock of all guns. Surely no hope of getting anything done.
B-Hall's there. Surely they're just saying he wouldn't do it twice.
Oh, but he would, Moses. Oh, but he will. somedieyoung has been pummeled once again, and his stats don't make for good reading whatsoever. The same could be said for the most of Spirit. Vinny's going to take the initiative, push into Palace, but Goldie flicks across to his head. Does give a bit of glimmer of hope for Spirit to maybe pick up a third on this half before it closes.
This has been an action-packed round, though. There's still 40 seconds left in a 2-on-2. And Spirit has decided to go to the other side of the map. The question becomes for FURIA, do they split up? Does Art ever say to himself, you know what, I'm going to go take a peek over at the B bomb site? Now, from what we know from watching the Brazilian teams, obviously coming to mind is the MIBR guy, the cores that have been playing in LG and SK over time, they like to stick together in these scenarios. And you can see the same kind of concept here with Art and KSCERATO, both playing at that A bomb site. That way, if they go towards A, they can work together to stop the plant, and if they go towards B, which is exactly what's happened, they can work together for the retake. Art with the AWP is going to be able to try and gather some information, may be able to find a pick if DavCost isn't cautious.
Oh, he peeks out looking at short, trying to get some information, and finds it. It's not worth the cost of his life. Oh, and Goldie not quite able to get his spray under control, and Art will pick up a 4K. And as FURIA move to a 30, put in a kind of positive spin, is that at least Spirit are on the easier side, but they've got to get this pistol. They need this pistol to give them a buffer to allow that foundation, and they're going to get charged right away. somedieyoung, close range, able to get two. There's a crossfire being established, and he decides to go for the peak, and that's going to cost him very much alongside Spirit. They had the crossfire established. I'm not sure why he peeked out there, and now Dim is in a 1-on-3. Should never have been this way. Maybe he can still salvage this round and salvage this half, but it's not looking good.
Line you have between wanting information and overextension. As FURIA just walks into this bomb site, Yuri is going to stay up on Palace, you would imagine, for the post plant, for the cover of his teammates. KSCERATO's got to get the bomb down. That would be a huge kill to grab. Oh, the perfect flashbang, though. They had him commit to the fight, and then they completely blinded him, but Goldie's there to trade things back. It's a 3-on-2 in Team Spirit. They have to go for this retake, and it's a pretty decent chance.
Yuri on 8 health, so it puts him in the range of all the weapons that Spirit have, the pistols and the scout. So a lot of this could come down to KSCERATO. He's got one, somehow shimmies away, undeterred. Has ate that grenade fully, though, and now it's on him. They know where he is. KSCERATO, oh, the jumping shot from DavCost! That's one way you can let Spirit back in this, if you start to give them freebie rounds and really wreck your own economy. Sophic, 2-17 with 33 ADR. It's been a rough one, and his woes continue as he gets dinked from one of those pistols. Dima, though, 3K with the AUG. Molotov isolates the terrorists. They can't get out there and avenge just yet. And now that the fire has swept aside and cleared, there is a tsunami of CTs waiting. And the bomb also, just to add salt in the wounds, is in a horrible spot. Nowhere near enough control.
Oh, Dima's going to go for the ace. Might as well let him try and have it in this round, but DavCost is going to steal.
See if he can find a pixel to execute off. He did just see Goldie hopping up. Grenade bounces off the wall ahead of him. Does do significant chunk.
Don't be fooled, we don't see this weapon too often, but it is still very, very powerful. Deep smoke in towards jungle. Vinny's made his way to Cubby. It's going to be hard to turn this corner, though. They're going to be in the open, right around the edge of the smoke. A good trade there. Just so much more to find. One on the staircase. Oh, and he pulls the bomb out too early. Yuri hasn't been able to get involved, and I think Dima's going to be so happy when he hears that MAC 10, because that's going to give him the confidence to keep swinging wider for a better angle on that fight. KSCERATO, his turn to show off a couple things, and almost able to convert.
Rush shenanigans. DavCost is going to look to push instead with his MP9. He's going to find ableJ. A lot of information also gathered.
Once that kill comes out from the mid-push, it's pretty much the go signal for these players waiting at a ramp on FURIA. And their CT side would have plenty of Molotovs and smokes and nades for that retake. That would make things difficult, but it seems like that could be something they could lean on. 3 players coming up in these B halls, but a strong defense being mounted so far from Team Spirit. This could turn into a pretty sketchy crossfire as the smoke clears, but that's an immediate kill. Now Dima swings wide. They know exactly where he is. KSCERATO gonna be the one watching his teammates back. Ooh, he does it perfectly, actually. Baits his teammate just right. And Coldy now under a lot of pressure.
And can't peek because of that Molotov. So the bomb will be planted. That grenade's gonna do absolutely nothing, and Vinny's able to perforate through his head. ableJ chips in for a kill, and that's it. They're
Mid-late.
Nade up and over with the smoke, trying to isolate Dima from the rest of his team, but Dima's able to get the kill and just can fall back. Bit of pressure has been alleviated. somedieyoung's going to get smoked out, but that's okay as far as he's concerned. So FURIA using their smokes. They've actually used all of them at this stage, and they're still stuck in mid. They haven't really got too much for it. 30 seconds also. All that remains, and Dima's going to find himself a second one. To make matters worse, ableJ's just took an AWP shot, and he's dropped to 18. KSCERATO at least has got one. Oh, and a second frag as well. No third, as somedieyoung will have him dead to rights. But with these entries, it has afforded them the chance of getting onto B. The bomb, though, is still a little while out. This is going to be cutting it so close. 5 seconds left, and ableJ doesn't have time to plant. This round is going the way to Spirit.
Oh,
and open for exploitation. Will this be the final round of the map? It's not looking likely. That nade has done so much damage to the oncoming terrorists. Completely destroyed Art and Vinny. More nades are starting to fall, but the bomb will get planted in amongst the chaos.
I mentioned this earlier. Look at the utility, Vince. So many smokes to use for Spirit. So many flashes and HEs as well, and they've already tagged up a couple players. That HE could be deadly. Oh, that's a big-time kill from Vinny. He's peeking out a little bit wider. There is one on Catwalk. Somehow he's stayed out of his vision. 2, oh my god. 3 kills so quickly for FURIA, and I think that might seal it. 3-on-1 scenario. Dima spins around, but Yuri gets aggressive. He started the game off hot, and he
50% win rate after 5 maps for FURIA, and 50% win rate after 8 maps for Spirit. But again,
it's played towards door, and it also leaves them 2 bodies to cause some damage in this outside play. They can spam through the smoke if they choose to. They're starting to. A little bit of a tag onto Yuri, who is phenomenal for FURIA in the first half of Mirage. But these are the only 2 players down here. It's going to force a rotation. Dima's pretty committed to this lower bomb site. So I believe is Sotfik, and actually, they're pulling a lot of rotation so quickly. Vinny's got 1. He's got a player who can turn around in radio room, but he's just going to take care of both. This is a huge win. Team Spirit get baited into giving up their positions and walking right into the waiting arms of FURIA.
Sotfik, last man standing, will get the drop onto KSCERATO. Gets it clean as well, actually. Doesn't take any bullets in the process. He is the man wielding the defuse kit and has a HE at his disposal. If he can get this kill, things could get
in the upper bomb site, and once again, FURIA just going to run the same thing. 1 player in lobby, 4 players, fast-paced outside. Art's only got a USP, which means, much like the MAC-10, I mean, you can easily be the scout for your squad. He is tagged by that scout, but KSCERATO is eliminating all the danger, and actually Art's doing a lot of damage. DavCost finally finishes him off. That's all he's going to get, though, and this round's over.
This here for the Spirit's side. Vinny, in the meanwhile, is going to break the deadlock with his kill with the SG. Sotfik's also gone down. It's not looking good for Spirit. They're losing far too many players, hemorrhaging bodies. In the lockers. Don't have anyone on secret either. Grenade chunks KSCERATO though. 50% of his health has been disintegrated. And they're now going to move in towards the ramp side, which is where Dima is laid in wait. Does have the AK-47 as well. Can chop some of those heads off if they push him. The flashbang is solid though, forces him to relocate. DavCost going to extinguish the Molotov, allowing him an angle to peek through. Did go for that shot, actually missed out.
Well, This is cool though. FURIA, there's so little time on the clock. This is their final move. They take control of ramp, which postures and makes Spirit believe that the lower bomb site is about to be under attack, and they retreat back towards upper, but they don't have the time for this. These are great kills from Coldie. 3 so far in the round, and they weren't even aware that SDY...
AK-47, Dima again, laid in wait on the B side. Molotov's trying to cordon off ramp, and Hart is going to get the upper hand onto Dima. It's at great cost to his health, but he still has other players on his team with Kevlar that he can drop that to.
Great job as well from the other side, opening up that door, spamming through the floor with the deagle. That's a big kill, and can he get one more onto it? Yes, he can. The CZ does work. 2 frag.
And they squandered it against 4 CZs and an AK-47. DavCost though is going to put that to the back of his mind. He wants to steady nuke right here, right now. Get smoked out. That means ramp is by and large no longer under control from the CTs.
I don't think they have any idea that Yuri's in this position. Here's that auto shotgun, gets the kill. ableJ's the next one up. One shot tags him. Still a man advantage for the defense, but not for long. Yuri responds. There's the drop off the hut, and that is ill-advised. Able has a couple seconds to react as he sees the feet first, and now they're getting a picture of where the defense is. The bomb is going to get planted. It's a 2-on-2, but Art is holding this rotation with the op. Not for long. Unfortunately, he's got the bomb, so he's got to give up that powerful angle.
Dima going to be flashing in, doesn't really affect either of the terrorists. Oh, Abel's able to get one, not a second, but here comes Sopvik. He's going to get the 1v2 clutch.
The last time FURIA tried a delayed hit towards this upper bomb site, they got destroyed. And this was a position that gave them a lot of trouble. Coldie had 2 kills from that position, and now you add a shotgun into the mix, getting close up. It's looking like it could be a very strong round for Team Spirit to try and solidify their position in this map.
ableJ able to make some inroads onto Squeaky. Meanwhile, Yuri and KSCERATO have got themselves picks. This looked like a lost cause. DavCost taking a bit of damage now. Our Spirit about to crumble. Well, the bomb has just been dropped in a horrific position.
Oh, and this is a play. You don't often call someone with an auto shotgun an assassin, but that's exactly what he's doing.
Get a pretty close halftime score. They're in great shape. VINI though taking a bunch of nade damage outside alongside ableJ. Trying to rush down into secret. Now the smokes have been deployed. They're going to be able to scurry down there. But again, when you're against a full lineup of weapons, it's going to be a rough ask to actually get onto the site, and Dima is in prime position to stop them. And stop them he shall. Double spray, bomb dropped out. This round is pretty much over.
That's such a tough angle to clear out with just the pistols as well when you're trying to speed up and beat the majority of the rotations. Art gonna get dropped from an off angle by Coldie. It's just Yuri inside of the vents. Can take this gun away, and he will. That's just the auto shotgun though, so I don't think that's gonna...
One way to take the top site is to try and wrap around into heaven from outside or get through main. Now that one of those players has been dealt with, we're gonna see another delayed, prolonged A hit. Is this one gonna yield more? Slightly so far because the nades weren't quite in position, but somedieyoung flicks across for 2. KSCERATO with his Mac 10's able to get a kill. Also somehow survives, but he's against 3. Just a case of fortune favoring the brave. He knows his teammate is low, had to make a play, had to force the issue. He's got a 2nd kill to boot. His 3rd in the round. Bomb's been dropped. KSCERATO is going to get him though. Dead to rights, had no idea where the final player was coming from. somedieyoung. 25 seconds left, more than enough time to trickle down to the B site. And Dima,
oh, no.
The 1 HP dream.
And with that 1 HP, he had gone to the lower bomb site and just turtled up. His entire goal, because he has a lack of HP, was just to stop the plant, but that's unfortunate. Rotates out of position, and now a near impossible task for Dima.
KSCERATO's also taken the high ground, which makes it that much more difficult now. At this stage, Dima just has to gamble, just has to hope for the best, pre-fire every angle you possibly can, and it's not Yuri to really step up to the plate from heaven. He does spot a few players, but he decides to back away and let the terrorists come to him. Try and use the more favorable angle to his expectations, but there's 3 players peeking him. There's nothing he can do about that. The even trades go back and forth, but the bomb is now going to start to get planted. Coldy's going to get himself a kill onto ableJ, and DavCost onto VINI. It's looking very poor for FURIA. This should be Spirit's first pistol round.
Nicely done from Spirit. I was wondering if FURIA was going to be prepared for death, and they have gained nothing for that loss in HP. They haven't gained any ground outside. Now look at this crossfire setup. Molotov goes in deep. Yuri's not bothered whatsoever. It should be one from him, but it's not. The SMG now, that starts to roar. It needs a second and it gets it. Now things get confusing. The scout fires, but KSCERATO's still alive and no one knows he's here, but he peeks out too wide. Huge kill for Coldy. Small detail, that one blinded MAC-10 player who got dispatched, he was able to finalize a kill on the one armored opponent. Now an upper rush. KSCERATO with the first kill, with 2 players stacked up in this bomb site, and they're going to handle it perfectly. Great job by FURIA, even through the smoke. Fast-paced rush towards upper, neither team's being successful with it.
Oh, DavCost with the spray through the smoke, nearly yielding it.
Third rounds, they did enough damage to where, yeah, they just won their first gun round, and all of a sudden Spirit's got to go back to pistols. I'm pretty sure KSCERATO is going to call that out, spotted it. Certainly DavCost takes an awkward route in the smoke, but it's handled nicely. That's less nice, as one player gets down the vent, and he does have the bomb as well. And there goes VINI. This smoke wall, someone's lost their mind. Admirable from Sotvik to try and, I guess, make the run.
Is someone just whiffing it? Because the smoke that Dima just went through seems a bit off.
It must be someone forgetting that they're supposed to throw that third smoke, or that second smoke in that wall, right? Everyone's throwing that first smoke, and that's happened twice. Knows that smoke, and they just can't go outside for the rest of this half. That would be wild. ableJ, they all line up for him. He's going to hold down the trigger, able to get 4 USPs out, but Dima stops the ace from coming through. But a great round from ableJ. Shuts down most of the dis.
But if that's true, that is some next level tactics from FURIA. Art, I haven't really seen him peek up from Squeaky, or Secret indeed, so far, but he's going to get the upper hand with that kill. VINI flashed out, is going to return with one of his own. Try and stymie this push, and KSCERATO has his back covered. The bomb's been dropped once again, and FURIA are looking to take the lead. And it's going to be all too easy. DavCost given his position from the perspective, but that is a sick play from FURIA. And it's great that Spirit have also adapted to that too. Now they've changed their timings, they've got the smoke wall out, now they can move downstairs.
Can they ever? Great headshot from Dima, and that was the only player down lower. Where's the next rotation coming in? Because nobody is here. This looks like it's going to be a free bomb site. No one's even really budged. Everyone being very cautious of not rotating into someone's crosshair. That means they can't really stop this plant from going down. Art is here. He's smoked and Molotoved off, even taking damage to get into this position. There's the jump out the window. Waiting for one player. The double peek coming up the ramp and out the door. And I think FURIA, they might have to just choose to save this, which might be a tough pill to swallow, but I think they've just got to do it. Definitely now that Yuri goes down. Art's going to lose the AWP. This is turning expensive now as well. They do have a lot of cash, but a great round from Dima. 3 kills so far, including the entry. He gave up his aggressive stance, though. Fired a little bit too early, so now look at the response. It looks like Spirit, they want to get out. Oh, he's burning. SDY, is that going to spread to him? Oh my god, I cannot believe he's found a safe spot in the Molotov. VINI gets picked off. No one in the upper bomb site. They're blocked off by the smoke due to the aggression outside. Even the Molotov in towards heaven. It's going to miss its mark. But SDY is watching for that.
To start to make inroads, they're going to decide that ramp is the place where they can get success, and the bomb has been dropped, but instantly salvaged by SDY, who gets the kill onto ableJ. And they're going to make a straight-up charge to the B site. And no one's there to stop them right now. Although they do have a player moving into decon, which will be VINI. But he can't see the bomb planter. The grenade doesn't do anywhere near as much damage as I thought it would inflict to SDY. Maybe just caught the wall beforehand. But FURIA do have the advantage in this retake. Right. Player ahead, they have a Molotov and a few flashbangs. Coldy in control room, flicks across. That would have been a disgusting double kill and could have just outright won the round for them. SDY's been mollied out of position, and they have both been
out in a 2 versus 5. DavCost has given them the opportunity.
Excellent frags by DavCost, trying to remedy the situation after a horror story of an opening 20 20 or so seconds. SDY not going to get the drop. Can DavCost be the hero they desperately require? And here comes the smoke wall. Art misses out. That's a shot he should be landing. It was a gimme.
The question is where he wants to go from here. You can fight a retreating battle as the Opera at various angles. This is a tough one to deal with for the terrorist coming down these stairs. He can get this pick and just fall away. There it is, and he's got another one. A very similar shot here, but they've jumped around the corner. Now he's in a little bit of trouble. He's got to stop in the open. He's dead. Oh, he gets away. Somehow goes back for more, though. He did not know how much time he had, and even Vinny almost rotates straight into his death.
Art is going to be disappointed he didn't do more with those opportunities. Had 2 or 3 chances to snap off any hope of Spirit taking this round down. Yuri, a position we haven't really seen them use as of yet on the B site, could maybe catch them off guard. SDY has been destroyed down to 5 health. Coldie's going to try and hold the control room door for now. And now Yuri's able to strike. It's the bomb going in first, and again, it's dropped out into the open. The terrorists have got to get in there somehow and retrieve this bomb, and they're taking so much damage in the process. This could be all she wrote for Spirit. They could be getting eliminated right now, and they are. They will not play any further part in IEM Katowice.